What's good, boys? I'm Astranox and I'm back for another arena PvP video. Alright, so let's go. My Clarissa is, I mean, she's pretty beef. Wait, let me just show you real quick. Look at her CP now. Went up. Went up because of the awakening. That was pretty nice, 6%. And there was something else that I did. The skill up. 10% damage increase on that. I'm gonna get the last one and then work a bit on this one. But I have Celestial Mercedes I need to work on. She's yeah, I need to bring her to 6-star, but I need to work on fathers. So many 2-stars that I need to get. Double S on that memory imprint. For that triple S, unfortunately, I fed one of the World Fragment into normal Mercedes. RIP. But I could use the Unknown Slate to bring that to triple S, depending on how much I'll use her. But I feel like, yeah, she's really strong. I'll showcase her ASAP as soon as I got her as 6-star. But yeah, let's go and do some arena. Let's start with let's go here. See if I can win the speed battle. I feel like I won't. Okay, that was Helga. It was. Let's start. How much? Ooh, that Schuri at 98. Let's go, baby. You better cleave that, Clarissa. You better cleave it. Oh my. It's enough. It's enough. No attack buff. Crit, please. Okay, got it. Nice. Clean up crew. I mean, clean up passive. So much damage. It just deals so much. Let's go. Team 4. I mean, that one ML Araminta, I'll just skip her. Probably a bait. She probably has insane speed for some reason. I mean, she could kill a Cleave team by herself. That skill 3 of hers is just insanely powerful. When she gets the stun off on the enemy team, she's going again with more area damage. Then there's the burn kicking in as soon as they go. She can definitely solo a Cleave team. And Luna is about to rip here, so this should trigger. Oh, nice. No, she didn't actually die. But now she does. Clarissa's amazing. I mean, it doesn't show her true damage because overkill damage is not counted. Let's move on here. My defense at 50%. After the reset, guys, it hit like 40%, 50%. It's been staying at 50%. And who is hitting me? I normally talk about these things. Okay, there's some players that keep on hitting me and using different team compositions, but I'm outspeeding them, and well, looks like I'm winning. Now HowTo is an issue with Helga, so whenever I replace Helga, that's gonna be much better, so I don't have non-attack skills in my rotation, because HowTo can just cut in, reduce my combat readiness, and like that's it, I'm done. You see, Prideless 3, that's another attacker that is using HowTo. Let's see here, just tanking me basically. Oh, no, not tanking, I won it. Crystalline. Yeah, I mean, there's the Ask Artuja, tank with Crow. I mean, it's just tanking my damage, sustaining it kind of deal, and just killing me afterward. Let's go here. Speed battle. I mean, you could be using HowTo and just keep on attacking teams that have non-attacking skills like combat readiness boosters. Judith, you can just counter her with the HowTo, but you better land that combat readiness reduction, or you won't be able to really mess up their stuff. Thing is, HowTo, also there's the thing about Abyssal Crown with HowTo. You can definitely mess up the enemy team with that, because HowTo is a mage, and Abyssal Crown has a chance that you land a stun on well, the whole enemy team basically. Wow, so Judith went, and it wasn't quite enough. What? There's a huge gap in there here. Like, oh, maybe they're working on the skill ups. She's +5. I don't know what's going on here, but it definitely didn't work for them. Oh, the Tywin stall. Really good animation. I have Tywin, I just never built him. He can be used in multiple areas of the game, but mostly when you're over gearing the content, really, or if you're trying to do some like 3-man setup, that attack with crit chance buff, because it's 50% crit chance increase on that buff, it kind of can be controlled. I believe that it's doing it, from what I tested, it's doing it on the, let's go, let's try team 2. It's doing it on the hero, a damage dealing hero that has its combat trait as closest to 100%. That wasn't that close, but because I'm climbing, that's why. It's a new week and I'm climbing, so that's what happens. When I reach Challenger 2, it definitely is much closer, and I feel like Challenger 2 could be pretty much where I am in terms of well, just the whole placement based on how much speed I have. And you know, the biggest difference was really when I did that change from single target damage dealers. I've been running for a while, like a really long time, Sid with Kisei, double single target damage dealers. I've used different combat readiness boosters. I've used Rosita, I've used Requiem Roar, I've used Schuri now. And I mean, it really depends. Like, Schuri was solid for the fact that he deals damage, meaning that it enables the usage of the artifact. He has knife, so you can penetrate the enemy's defense, and overall it definitely increases your damage more than like Exorcist Tonfa, stuff like that. I know, like I've been told like you should use maybe Exorcist Tonfa on your team. Like I could put it on Schuri to boost his damage a bit. That, I mean, I could do it. Also, Bellona, she could use Exorcist Tonfa too. And Clarissa, the thing about Clarissa is that Hell Cutter boosts attack and crit chance. I don't have 100% crit chance on her, so yeah, I'm relying on it. And also the attack buff increases the bleed, and there's also the thing about when she triggers that skill too. I mean, at that point they're below 50% health, but not only that, the problem with Hell Cutter is that on that passive, when it triggers, the way Hell Cutter works is that it builds up for each enemy that, for each target that went. Yeah, so I mean, you don't want the enemy team to cut in, but like I've got Schuri and then Helga and then Bellona going, so that's 3 buffs on that Hell Cutter. So it's, if it's giving me like 4% crit chance and attack, it's giving me 12% crit and 12% attack. And then Clarissa goes, she's got that. But then if she triggers that passive, I'm not sure if she still has those buffs. You know, initially I was like, you know what, it's not an extra turn, it's not a new turn. I believe she still has. You know why? Because let's look. Well, no one's gonna survive here, but when I pop that skill 3, right, I have 2 turns left on my attack buff. So I mean, it keeps that 2 turn buff, it keeps that enrage. So it's not there's no extra turn showing up on her. It's just a passive. It's just a skill triggering another skill. So the Hell Cutter buff should still be applied. That's the thing. So I feel like it's a solid artifact for her. Like, mine is not maximum, I believe, is 4%, but that's where I have it at. And I mean, it's doing some work. It's doing some work. It's letting her have this team. Mercedes should be cleaved. Now, I'll just do it. But I might just lose the speed battle and then it's a loss at that point. Nope. Clarissa's at 78, so that's good. Mercedes should be ripping. Yeah, that Cecilia is gonna be the issue here. It depends how much, like how long she can survive and how much she can mess with my team. I need some. Okay, yes, Mercedes is definitely ripping here. Cecilia, last girl standing. Last girl standing. Even Chaos Sekax got ripped there. Oh, Rosie is gonna survive that. Wow. No bleed onto him because elemental disadvantage, so 50% chance of missing. Cannot land any debuff. What the? That's 50% of my health. Chill down, man. Girl? No, not man. What was that? Jesus. Chill, lady. That was some damage, though. Even with attack down debuff, like nuts. But yeah, I won still, but that was pretty risky. That was definitely risky. Let's see here. Nah, I know there's only one last battle. Most players would just do it, like try to like do it, but it's gonna take like at least 10 minutes if I try that. Now 3 flags. 1, 3, and counter Horado with Horado. I mean, it's not a counter. There's no counter on that team. Everyone has an attack skill. I just put someone else, but it's like, ugh. Tierra, just bring her in there. Or no, I just use Helga. I just use Helga, and I don't use the buffing skill. Anyways, let's get there first. That's the thing. So Celestial Mercedes, when I add her to the team, of course she's gonna be replacing Helga, but I'm losing that 8-speed memory imprint, which is huge for me. Now this is definitely a Ripperino. Alright, let's move on. Let's move on. So I'm starting to lose the speed battle. It could be that I got unlucky, but I've seen this player before. And we are matched with players that, like, I'm matched with players that were in C2. So, like, with the way the system works now, it is definitely much better. That Judith with Vildred, potentially a couple memory imprints here. I mean, if they spend money, that's usually the case. And that's some free speed. Oh, rip. That's that guaranteed. Oh my god, the team-wide fans down 2 even on Schuri. I'm piecing out at this one. Okay. Am I gonna finish this with just losses and losses and losses? What is going on? I mean, Helga is worthless. Let's bring someone that can actually do something, right? Let's bring... I could have the speed buff. It doesn't matter. Sid. What if? No. It's like, what if I bring like a super tanky hero like Angelica, but she's still gonna die from this whole team's damage. Also, my speed on Angelica is not high enough. It's not high enough, and it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work because Jurado, he needs to die first, anyways. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's bring Kisei. She can cleave. Oh no! The speed memory imprint epic fell, and I still go. Wow. The speed memory imprint. They're banking too much on Jurado. The Jurado carry. Only 5-star, but you just gotta cut in and be annoying. Let's cleave with Kisei without the attack buff. Yeah, she can do some damage, this girl. She can do some damage. I mean, definitely not good for defense, because she's gonna use S3 instead of S2. I break Kisei. The whole point was to keep the memory imprint for 8 speed. I could have just lost this thing. Should have just kept yeah, just kept Helga, and like I said, use skill 1 or 2. And Kisei did some damage. It's just Clarissa didn't, she just like cleaned up at the end. Most were dead, so that's why. I don't even have, I only have 1 skill up. Anyways, I'm gonna show my gear now. It, well, speed battle loss, but yeah, 2 loss, 7 wins. That's what it was, right? Wait. That's what it was. Yeah. Alright, the gear now. I guess I can show Kisei's gear. So, skill ups first. Boom, boom. Boom, and 2 more. Schuri. Helga. No Jurado in this one. Yeah, what was it? Like 6,000 damage on with S2. But that was without attack buff, and that was 1 skill up on this thing. Yeah, 25% damage missing there. And I put most of the gear from Kisei onto Clarissa. She really does a lot of damage. And like, she just needs to kill 1 target, and then she goes with that passive. Plus, there might already be a bleed from skill 3. So that's even more damage. It's just really cool. And only a 4-star. Very, well, much easier to obtain than a natural 5-star, Nat 5, of course. Schuri with 110 base speed, getting outsped is yeah, much easier when you're bringing a Schuri. Like if you facing a Judith with 117 base speed, that's more speed than wait, after speed set, because it's 25%, they don't round the number, so it's gonna be 8 speed. It's the memory imprint from Helga is basically if I'm using a Rosette, but Rosette is like Jurado counters him, so that's the thing. That's why you're seeing Shuris in top like some of the top defense, because they don't want to have Jurado cut in. Helga, was that it? Yeah, I have too much speed on Helga, but at least I know she's going second. She's going after Schuri. It's always Schuri that goes first, because she's giving him speed imprint, and imprint doesn't work on the own hero. Mercedes, that's her gear so far. I went heavy on the crit damage, and then I was at like 51% crit chance, so I had to go with that neck from that I had on Tarnagard. The speed was too high. Now she has a chance to go before Bellona, so I need to like reduce that speed. But now with these two items, when they hit 15, it's gonna potentially roll on to more speed, which is gonna mess things up, and I'm gonna have to swap gear again. Did I show all the gear? So yeah, that's what it's looking like so far. This ring I can swap for the one on Alexa with similar stats, just a bit more crit chance, and who cares about effectiveness, but it has 60% attack percentage. These boots, they're pretty beef, but mostly survival stats. Still quite overpowered. Yeah, she's at 6 stars, she's gonna be over 2000 attack. The awakenings that are left, what's left actually? Oh my god, there's some crit chance here. Okay, and there's attack here. I have all the mats for doing the 5th and the 6th awakening, which is cool. And this is gonna be for PvE. I take a scepter. I'm thinking, you know, I could just, I'm leveling Caladra, because Bellona is gonna drop defense down, right? I mean, that's the thing though, she's gonna be right after Bellona. But let's say Clarissa goes first, there's potentially defense down, there's also bleed, so one or the other is gonna be, or none if I'm unlucky, is gonna be on the target, and then she just goes and gets the damage boost, I guess. So yeah, I could just go with Tonfa if I want to guarantee. Actually, if she's going last in the rotation, especially, Tonfa is not going to be working too well. It's not going to work really, because I mean, you need to have the target above 50% health. So I might just end up rolling with Caladra. Wait, what was the thing? Yeah, Ila Violent. I could use that to dispel on her if I wanted, but I mean, I don't need to run that. I don't need to run that. Just from the pure, like, from a pure damage standpoint, I should be able to just cleave whatever. It's just I'm not gonna have the speed memory imprint. I still want to test it though. Even I could use Sierra Ren, but to be honest, like, pure damage or get her cooldowns ready more often. That's gonna be for PvE though. For PvE, Ithaca's Scepter is gonna be beast. Finally, a mage that can deal damage, that can cleave too. Just amazing. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Plus that memory imprint, just a bonus. Alright guys, I'm gonna need to skill her up as well. That's another thing. But yeah, thanks for watching guys. I'm Astranox. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Press the bell icon for to be notified whenever I release a new video. And check out my other videos. They should be showing up on the screen now. Let's see what I get here. My god, this cold. No upgrade to 4-star. Alright, it's all good. Can't be asking for too much. Got Celestial Mercedes. And now, where am I at here? Day 161 since global release. Yep. Alright guys, check out my other videos. They should be on the screen now. Peace out for now. Peace.